I'm going to start with a 5-letter word that everyone needs to remember, that if you take nothing else away from my 40 minutes or so here, it's one 5-letter word. And I think if you do this, if you're not already doing it, it's going to up your sales and up the families you can impact by doing this one 5-letter word. It starts with an S and it ends with an E. Smile. If you'll just smile when you're talking to people, on the phone to set your appointments, when you're helping a family, when you're talking to a group of people, just there you go, Moon. Ultimate agent contestant, just smiling like crazy. Love her Instagram. Just smile, guys. Just take nothing else away from this entire 40 minutes. Just smile. I'm going to also, next I want to start off with the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'm going to be looking on the screen over here, so bear with me. His 10 rules of life. Get better every single day. 2, prove them wrong. You all have some naysayers out there that when you left corporate America, when you left wherever you were at, that said, you're not going to be able to make it. I was in the car business before. They said, you can't go and do, at the time there was no virtual, but you can't go do insurance sales. No one wants to buy that stuff. It's aged. People don't buy insurance. Little do they know that only 55% of Americans have insurance, and the other 95 that don't have it don't know how to get it because they don't trust the people that talk to them. 3, work on your weaknesses. How can you work on your weaknesses? Well, 65 of you here right now doing that because you said there was something weak in what you're doing in your business and you want to improve on it. So you're here working on that right now. What's another way you can work on your weakness? Click on that chat. Get the $197 ticket that Cody's offering and maybe be backstage and having lunch with Tim Tebow for $197. Good luck otherwise. Number 4, execute what you practice. Cody said it at the beginning. We can pour into you all the notes and all the stuff in the world, right? But if you don't go and execute and use what you're being taught from us or anyone else for that matter, what good is it? I told my team the other day, we had a dial team session on Friday, and we didn't talk about dialing. We talked about why do you need to dial. It's one thing to get talked about how to dial and learn scripts and learn this and what to say and how to present. If you don't do the $50 an hour that Dan talked about, if you don't execute what you're learning in these different courses you're going to, what's it matter? Number 5, learn from greatness. Need I say more? Learn from greatness. You're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Fill your circle with greatness. Number 6, learn from wins and losses. I don't think there's personally losses. I think if Kobe could go back and change that, he could change it. It's either it's either wins or lessons. There's no such thing as a loss as far as I'm concerned, because you either learn from it or you excel at it. Number 7, practice mindfulness. Be mindful of who you're around. Be mindful of who you're helping. Be mindful of the impact you're making on families. If you're recruiting in this business, be mindful of the people that you're going to bring into this business and make sure you're a great fit for them and they're a great fit for you. Number 8, I think Cody exemplifies this one. That's the right word. Be ambitious. Go do more than other people said you might not be able to do. Go and find those people out there that might not have ambitious in the vocabulary and show them that they can be ambitious, especially in this business of ambitiousness. Number 9, believe in your team. Some of you got to find the right team. Some of you have to figure out who you're going to be a part of and why you're going to be a part of it. Once you find that team, believe in it. And number 10, learn storytelling. Learn storytelling. Ladies and gentlemen, this business right here is about making people happy and smile and learning how to tell your story or borrow someone else's story to explain to people why the impact you're going to make on their family is going to help them and change the future for their family when that worst thing happens. Put in the chat if you've known anyone personally, that has had to use insurance for that worst case scenario. Number 7, Claudia, was practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. If you've ever had to use or know someone who's had to use an insurance policy, then this talk is a whole lot easier when you're talking to a family about what we do in this business, right? When you help someone buy an insurance policy that helps them when they pass away for their family, they go to the grave, right? I want to talk about the grave versus growth and mindset and looking into the way that you're going to be successful in this business. Put in the chat your favorite emoji of something that you know that grows. And while you're doing that, we're talking about an acorn, the tiny little baby acorn. The difference between when you put an acorn in the ground and call it a grave, and put an acorn in the ground and it becomes growth, is the what you do to it. Are you getting watered? Are you getting sunshine? Are you getting poured into? Are you putting yourself into a place to grow versus be in the grave? The only difference between an acorn when it's put into the ground that changes it from to going into nothing and going back into the ground and melting away. Melting's not the right word either, Cody. Disintegrating by being in the dirt and being buried as a grave versus the growth is what we do to it. And what we can do to ourselves is through the mindset that we have. Let your mindset be the growth for you that is the acorn. When you're sometimes think, oh man, it's dark, it's scary, I'm underground, because the only difference between the ground and the grave and growth is how you look at it and what you do to it. I didn't do this, Cody. I probably should. My name's Alex Jackson. I'm an agency owner at Symmetry Financial. Been here, August will be 4 years. Got a team of about 30 and growing right now. Love every single thing about everything I've ever done here. I left corporate America realizing very quickly that I was just another cog on the wheel of the corporate America ladder. Put in a 6-week notice, got a call 2 days later that I was no longer working there. Little did they know I had quit, so they couldn't fire me, because firing your boss, if you haven't done that yet, if you're still tiptoeing around this business, firing your boss is the most exciting thing you'll do outside of helping families buy insurance. So firing that boss, let go 2 days later, because I put in a 6-week notice. Been here now 4 years, come August full time. Never gonna look back. I burned the bridges and the ships, Cody. And as far as I'm concerned, there's not a better business to be in than insurance. I want to give a shout out to my entire team that helped us go literally probably as dang close to 100% virtual as possible. When we went from $500,000 to 1.3 from 20 to 21, almost completely virtual. Again, we went from roughly $500,000 to 1.2, 1.3 million, and 20 to 21 as an agency. And only about 5% were not virtual 100%.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it, see you in there. So we've had a lot of unlicensed agents finding us, following our stuff, or newly licensed, just joining the business, and you're thinking like, dude, what is the life insurance career like? What's an insurance career like overall? Well, I want you to think about the vision.